said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. Trojans will boot it away to start the game. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he just chucks it into the fourth row. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going for the big play. Snags it on the right. There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of him. They've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
So now it's second and long. The play action fake. Finds his big tight end. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Just keeps slinging it, using his feet to buy time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Rushes on him. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Penn State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Looking left. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this. Breaks into the open. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets past the marker. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Armour. Quick completion on the out route. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get him in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the grab. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The quick out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now on comes the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Absolutely center cut. We've reached the break, and Penn State is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Snatches it on the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Potts. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. And the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Just put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time. Turning it on! They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes quarterbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to the linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Complete to the right. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. And those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Armour. Oh, he makes the catch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Peace. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Peace. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical third down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here. Third down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Let's go. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll move the tight end. Now on the move. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a... There he goes. Got enough for the first down. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll run play action. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes in the 22. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all of college football.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
as a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job.
Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
USC 3.
He'll start the return inside the spot. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
USC Trojans will take over 1st and
10. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Dropping back, it's Armour. Lost one deep down the right side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He spins that thing down the middle. He's got it on the outside. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Trojans line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Caught in the backfield, it's Suarez. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Crosses the 40. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46. And
they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On fourth down, going to the air. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
That is such a big play for the offense. A lot of these fourth down pass plays are just designed to pick up the first. They get even more. They get an explosive play, and that has got to be huge for the offense's confidence.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Under fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive.
He's got some space.
I don't think the defense was expecting run on that play. Second and forever. They were all dropping back into coverage. They got gashed.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw. Using the quick game. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Take it all the way back, and it's fun to watch him run, but there's laundry on the field, and I believe this one's coming back. My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Back to throw, it's Armour. Here's the pressure. Got it behind the line. It's Suarez. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Moving out of the pocket. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Dances away to buy time. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
46. Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Gentry. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Armour. Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
From the gun to give, looking for room. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Pace, 27.
Caught in the backfield, it's Peace. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He might want another play. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Got his man quickly.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
Looking to throw, it's Armour. Right down the middle. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Offense facing 4th down.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So here they come, 4th and long, and this defense is after back-to-back sacks. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Trying to take him back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
USC 9.
He'll bring it out. It's Gentry. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
To the air. It's Armour. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Fires on the move. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
It's complete to the right. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Good, solid pickup there now. They can start to smell it with the 1st down at the 31. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. That's caught. It's Peace.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Set, ready.
Looking to throw, it's Armour. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
After picking up a couple in 2nd and 8. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Turning it on! And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like, spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his...
Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
To the air, it's Jordan. Quarterback on the move, still looking. That's reeled in, it's Peace. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Pressure coming. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man, and it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today, and this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Back has it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Penn State 66, USC 9.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Peace. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. To the air, it's Armour. Gets it out quickly. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The play action fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Peace. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Pocket breaking down. Lets it fly. He's open on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal.